Hi team, I've put this video together for you to go along with your homework, your strength training homework. It's all body weight exercises. You could do these indoors, you could do them outdoors. The idea is to get through all 10 exercises with proper form. I've given you some suggestions in terms of the number of reps that you should be aiming to complete, but really when form is compromised, you stop. And I will talk about form throughout the program so that you know what to be looking for and what to be thinking about for each of these movements. So when you see 1A and 1B, for instance, that's called a superset. You're going to do those two exercises back to back. You're going to do them 2 times through the first week. Second week, you're going to aim to do everything 3 times through. You may find that there are certain exercises that are more challenging, and those are the ones that you should focus on. You might want to even move those towards the front of the program and change up the order of things, just so you don't skip them. This video, if for some reason the link here is compromised, you can't get to it, you can always find it on my YouTube channel, which is Complete Fitness, and that's spelled C-O-M-P-L-E-A-T, Fitness. So you're going to start with a mat, and I also capitalize things that I think are most useful for you, so you know how you're going to be starting the movement. You're going to be kneeling, and it's an opposite arm leg reach, and you're going to go for 10 to 15 reps. Voice in the background there, sorry. Okay, so your setup is that your knees are directly underneath your hips at hip width. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders at shoulder width. I put these 2 exercises in the front because they're good ab movements, core movements, but also good warm-ups and just kind of good to get a feel for what's going on with your body that given day, where you're kind of feeling things. All right, so with this opposite arm leg reach, on the exhale, you want to draw your belly button in. Okay, first, you don't want to have your back rounded and you don't want to have your back arched. You want to start with a neutral spine. So you may want to, if it's first thing in the morning or really late at night, you may just want to do a little warm up of the spine and then find yourself at neutral. Shake your cam. Find yourself at neutral. All right, so you're going to do an inhale and exhale. Keep that neutral spine. On the next inhale, you're going to draw the abs in and extend the left arm and the right leg. The thumb is up. My hips are level, and then bring it back down. Other side. So when I'm reaching with this arm and extending that leg, this glute is very active. I'm thinking about squeezing that glute to keep my spine in alignment so that I'm not twisting out this way. Exhale, draw the belly button in, lift. Just a little pause at the end of each movement. If you are finding that you're shifting your weight a lot, you're having a hard time with this exercise, just do all the reps on one side and then switch, and over time you'll be able to progress to alternating side to side. Then you're going to go supine. That means up, with your torso upright, facing up, palms up, supine up. All right, so the movement's called a dead bug. We're really focusing on the abs here. You're going to start in what I call tabletop. The knees are directly over the hips, ankles in line with the knees, so you've got a 90-degree angle here. Hands are directly up over the shoulders. Shoulders are dropped away from the ears. Make sure that spine is straight, so you might want to just kind of lengthen everything, wiggle, wiggle, find out where everything is in alignment, and then bring those feet up and the hands up. From here, same thing as the opposite arm leg reach. You're going to extend one leg straight out, other arm's going to reach overhead. Ideally, you're going to want to go all the way down to the ground, but if that's not comfortable for you, if you start arching your back, then that's too much range. You can always limit your range. The key is to feel this in your abs, to feel a nice lengthening in the arms, and almost a stretch across the diagonal. You should feel these muscles working together. that's your dead bug movement. Okay, next we are going to be doing some body weight squats. I'm calling them, or I'm asking you to do them super slow. You all know how to do, well, I think everybody that I've worked with at the pool knows how to do squats. If you can do body weight squats, they're not going to be that challenging. You'd have to do 50 of them in order for them to really be challenging. And the idea is to be working in this kind of 10 to 15 rep range. So to make them more challenging, we're going to go a lot slower. So I'm going to go over the foundations of the squat through a very slow movement, and then I'll review some other details of the squat. So for your squat, you want your feet to be about hip width apart, maybe just a little bit wider, toes either pointing forward or just a little bit out, whatever is comfortable for your hips, whatever helps you get into a deep squat. And then for the squat, you want to kind of think about as if you had a wall in front of you and a seat behind you. So you don't want to lean into the wall, you want to sit into the seat. So I'm just going to bring my arms out in front just to help my body get back. So hips come back, you hinge directly from the hips. You're not pushing forward with the knees. The movement starts with a hip hinge. So put your hands on your hips and tilt. Put your hands on your hips and tilt. That's the beginning of the movement, right? So you're going to tilt from the pelvis and start to sit down. Arms are extended out if you want. And then back up. Now I'm going to make them super slow. I'm thinking about really grounding myself. I feel my weight distribution right to left being equal. And I'm really thinking about contracting the muscles even before I start the movement. So my glutes are engaged, my quads are engaged, the upper body's pretty relaxed. Do anything you want with your hands to help you balance out the movement. For most people, that's going to be bringing the arms forward to counterbalance your weight going backwards. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, keep breathing, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to go longer, 11 and 12. Idea is to get the quads about parallel to the ground, but you don't want to be leaning forward in order to get there. So that torso should be fairly upright. Work with the range that you can for your torso to be fairly upright. And then back up. 2, keep squeezing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll show you from the front. I want those knees to be tracking in line with the first and second toe. So the knees aren't caving in and they're not going out like this. All right. So if your feet are pointing forward, that means your knees should be going forward. So we're going down, 2, 3. I'm thinking about my weight, making sure I'm not shifting right to left, compensating with one leg. And back, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I assure you, if you're doing these slow enough, you'll only need to do 10 reps. You'll feel tired after 10 reps. Then you're going to go down into a prone position. That means facing down. You're going to be doing a forearm plank to a push-up. And I said to exhaustion, not giving you a number of reps. Some of the guys might be able to do a lot more of these than women. So I'll give you a couple of modifications. I'm going to start from the side with the basic movement. Feet are close together. That's going to be hardest. You're going to start all the way down. Your elbows directly underneath your shoulders. Hands are relaxed. Dig those toes in. On the exhale, bring your hips up. Now you're in your plank. All right? Got a straight line between your shoulders, your hips, and your ankles. The biggest mistake people make is shifting their weight back here. Keep your weight over your elbows. To get into the push-up, I'm going to take my right hand, replace it where my right elbow is. And then my left hand. I'm going to go down the same way I came up. Right and left. And go left, right. Did I say push-up? Yes, there's a push-up in here. No, there's not. Sorry, I'm going to change that. Okay. So there's no, that's the push-up part. So you're pushing up and back down. Other side and back down the same way you came up. So a modification, I'll show you from the front, would just be to go down onto your knees. So if you can only get in, say 5 reps on your toes, that's fine. Then just go down onto your knees. Same thing. Left, right. Left, right. Right, left. Right, left. Left, right. Left, right. I say compensate, I don't want you, if you start coming down here, that's compensating. Stop. Go down to your knees. Complete the reps that way. Okay? So that's your second superset. All right, next I have some lunges and some rowing movements for you. The lunge is a reverse lunge, and I said with